Stay on. Hey, Miss Potts. If you find this recording, don't feel bad about this. Part of the journey is the end. Just for the record, being adrift in space with zero promise of rescue is more fun than it sounds. Food and water ran out 4 days ago. Oxygen will run out tomorrow morning. That'll be it. When I drift off, I will dream about you. It's always you.
Thanos did exactly what he said he was going to do. He wiped out 50% of all living creatures.
We lost. All of us. We lost friends. We lost family. We lost a part of ourselves. This is the fight of our lives.
This is going to work, Steve.
I know it is. Because I don't know what I'm going to do if it doesn't.
Hi, is anyone home? This is Scott Lang. We met a few years ago at the airport in Germany. Got out really big.
Is this an old message?
Ant-Man, I know you know that.
It's the front door.
That's me. Can you buzz me in?
Hey, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Midnight Movies. I'm one of your hosts, Kane, and I'm here with Mike. Evening, sir.
Evening, man. How are you doing?
How are you doing, man? I'm doing fantastic. Just trying to stay warm tonight. It's a little bit chilly here in Florida, about 45. But people don't want around the world to want to hear that. They want to hear,
of course not.
They want to hear that we're actually doing the last of our Infinity Saga series, which began all the way back in January before COVID. And now we're here. We're actually at the end game. And before we get started, what are your thoughts on the movies we've done? Like any particular moments that you remember from doing the movies that you didn't remember before? It's been a long 11 months.
Dude, you're talking a year. You're talking a year's worth of stuff, man. Too much has happened. I feel like this month has been a year alone, so I really can't answer on that one. If you ask me to pick a movie specifically that I enjoy doing, then I'd have to go back to Captain America. I mean, the first Avenger, to me, it sets the tone for everything going forward. I love it. I know Iron Man started the MCU, but to me, when you look chronologically at the movies, it's Captain America all the way, man.
I think the most fun I had was actually doing Ragnarok. That was a fun one for me because it's one of my fun movies that I like, and it sticks out very fondly because it doesn't quite fit in the MCU, but it does. Very colorful movie, very Flash Gordon-esque.
Right.
And I think because of that movie, we got the Thor that we're going to get now, unfortunately. But there's a lot of things we're going to say about this movie that I cannot wait to. A couple of things in particular. Hulk. Sorry, that just came out wrong. Sorry, guys. I don't know why I said Hulk.
Well, don't you mean Shrek? I mean, that's really what he turned him into. I mean, I hate to bring up a bad meme, but
oh boy. And like I said, if there's anybody who has a bigger issue than you, I want to hear them right now because the chat is open.
That's right. We have our chat open on not only Facebook, but we also have our chat open on our YouTube channel. Now, you guys got to go find it because I know there's not a lot of folks out there that are subscribed to our YouTube channel, but it is out there. It will be subscribed to and be brought up a lot more than it has in the past. But we also do understand, guys, it is a Saturday evening. after Christmas. So, but if you guys want to check on, you guys can hop on and do a watch along with us. Like I said, we are going to be doing the Avengers Endgame. Something I'll make sure I'll do. We should do throughout the game, throughout it. It's just throw out some timestamps. That way, if you guys are joining late and you want to catch up with us, we'll make sure you guys have this timestamp to know exactly where we're at that moment.
Yeah, we'll have it ready to rock and roll. So I guess without further ado, we should just get to this. The last one of the Infinity Saga. I am representing today. If you guys can see that video, doing my Tony Stark, and looks like Captain Mike has the shield logo.
That's
so
right,
we're gonna get ready to go.
On.
So as always, guys, when I do this, I do a little countdown. But since this is the last one, I'm gonna be special. I'm gonna go start from 5. Isn't that cute? I'm gonna start.
That
from
is
5.
cute. But hold on one second before we start counting from 5. I just gotta make sure I have it ready, and we'll give the people that are joining us a chance to.
Yeah, give it a little ready. If you guys are get a thirsty beverage like I have here today,
get a beverage.
I got a beverage.
Make sure you guys have it on. Make sure you guys have Disney loaded up or your DVD player. We're just doing the standard one. We're not doing anything special.
Never do anyway. But
Well, we never have the special editions, and honestly, we
never have. We haven't done special.
This one's so long, we don't need a special edition for this one.
Yeah, there's no additional scenes, no bonus scenes. Pretty much, it is what it is. So,
all right, we got you all ready. I'm ready to go now.
Are we ready? All right, so I'm gonna do the countdown, guys, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hit play.
I always forget how this one starts off. Like it's not. This is one of your. I think one of the few cold opens on this one.
Yeah,
or the only cold open.
I think it's the only cold open. Now, is that going to be Kate Bishop there?
Yes, that is who. Haley, I believe is her. Is the
Haley Seinfeld? Okay, all right.
No, not Haley Seinfeld, but no, Kate Bishop. Sorry, yeah, you're right. That is Kate Bishop on there, from my understanding. That's why that was like a straight up little nod. Her getting trained by him.
Yeah. I don't know about you, but I'm kind of looking forward to that series.
Oh, that is. I was looking forward to the Winter Soldier, but the more I see this stuff coming from this one seems like the one I want.
Yeah, this is like, I don't know why. For some reason, I think Star Wars. I think like Yoda and Luke, like the Master and the Apprentice.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of looking forward to this one, like where Hawkeye's going to teach his kid to be Hawkeye, because read the comics, Kate Bishop becomes a version of Hawkeye. This is the studio's way of saying, sorry you weren't in the last film, so we're going to make you open ours. I'm kidding, guys. It's frightening, though. You think about that? All of a sudden, your family just disappears into nowhere.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's like every worst parent's nightmare right there. I got to give Feige credit for the opening song too.
Yeah, that was the other thing I was very impressed with, is like the song that they chose.
It's nothing bombastic or crazy. It's just
No, but that's where we're at. We're at that remorseful and down point in the overall story. We're at the beginning of, we're at the beginning of Return of the Jedi, basically, when you want to look at it.
Yeah.
I love their relationship through this.
Me too, and it's funny because they didn't really have one in the last film, but they kind of developed one in, I guess you would say these 10 minutes.
Well, it wasn't 10 minutes for them, so.
Well, I know, but for us, it's 10 minutes. You talk about a journey of a character in these films, Nebula, from where she began to where she is now. I don't know why I keep thinking of a weird meme they had out there with Tony Stark when he dies, and they're at the funeral. It's like an animated version, and they're showing everybody at the funeral crying, and then you see Nebula there with a kid that looks just like Tony but like blue.
Is that supposed to be? Was that how it's supposed to should have ended?
Yeah, that's it. I'm sorry. That's pretty funny. Now, wasn't his suit nanotech?
I'm trying to remember.
So
Yeah,
I
I
wonder
think
where
it
the
was.
helmet.
Yeah, because that should be the same suit he was wearing when they were out there jogging, and then Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
So yeah, it should be the same suit. So yeah, it should technically be nanotech. But again, it's Tony Stark, and
Yeah. It's
he can do whatever the f he wants, and everything's
pretty much.
fine. And
Now,
I
did
do
they-
love the fact that it's a great throwback to the Guardians, because he, with the music in the background, because he's got Peter Quill's chip, so he should still have Peter Quill's Walkman.
Yeah. That's the Milano, right? I think.
Yes, yeah, this one was the Milano, yeah.
I wonder if they use the Skinny Steve effects for Skinny Iron Man, Skinny Tony. Looks like it. Not to that extent, but like. it was
Well, yeah,
very
I mean,
fresh.
yeah, when you look at them, yeah, probably it's probably the same special effects that they used.
It's frightening the way he looks, but accurate. How long they said he's been in space? 6 months? Is that what they said?
I think that was the time frame, but I mean, I thought it was longer than that. I thought the time from the blip to when everybody came back was 5 years.
Did you say the blip?
Yeah, I did.
Oh boy, you gotta curse yourself out for
Yeah,
that.
I know. Yeah, sorry about that.
Bad.
But
bad,
I
Mike.
believe that was the time frame that it was supposed to take place, because that's why when you see post the snap, or the whatever you want to call it, when you see them come back, remember there was that joke, I think it was in Spider-Man, where you made a comment about, well, there was, this kid's older now. Well, he was in the same grade as them, but he stayed around.
Oh, that's
So
right.
I think it was this guy. I think it was a 5 year, because you'll see that. But see, I'm trying to remember. I know we'll see the 5 year little thing across the screen, but I don't know if that's 5 years after he's been back. Like he comes back, then maybe now it's 6 months, and then when he comes back, it's 5 years.
5 years, yeah. That
So I think that
I would go with
realize,
that.
Yeah, because you got to realize his daughter's around then, so that would make more sense that it was 5 years after he came back, which I thought was a great. Not a fan of hers, but I think it was a great way of him being discovered.
Yeah. All hope is lost. Oh no. I've told you before I didn't like the Captain Marvel movie, but I do like her in this movie.
Well, you said you've only seen it once.
Captain Marvel, yes. I've only seen it once.
Give it a.
I might have to give it another.
watch.
I'll give it another.
I
shot.
mean, yeah, just give it another little watch around and see what you think about it.
But in this movie, different story. I love the way they use her in this movie. I mean, from what I read,
guys, now when I do say that, please keep in mind I'm also not a major Captain Marvel fan in the cinema world. I think that the fact that she was kind of basically shoehorned in so that they could just use her and have her as a hero at this point. I just don't think the way they did it was the best way of doing it. But how, like you were saying, how they're using her, it was done really well.
yeah, I kind of compare her the way they use her in Endgame, like the way they use Black Panther in Civil War. She's not part of the entire story, but when she's there, she's there.
Right.
That is a cool little shot, though. Hey, we're saved. And of course, you gotta shave off the beard. I don't know. I kind of like Cap with the beard.
Yeah, me too. I was like, why are you getting rid of that?
Yeah, why you getting rid of the beard, dude? Like, what's wrong? I didn't want to be pretty. Got a date? Hey, it's Ruffalo. And the rest of the gang. I love that. That's typical Cap right there. No, you didn't lose. We lost. He's still Cap, man, to his core. And all that little infighting, well, it didn't really end. It still comes up. This little scene right about now. You rarely see these in movies nowadays. Like the hero is just defeated.
Well, you don't get these stories.
True.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I know. I'm just. Here's the MVP of this movie, Rocket. Boy. Yeah, literally threw a moon at him. Hmm. And that goes back to Age of Ultron right there. Hmm. Oof. I like to think that the ending of this argument right here is the ending of Civil War in a way.
Well, I think this was like the precursor, like to
Yeah,
to
it's just
show
like
that
the
it's still going on because they never squashed it. I mean, really,
no, not really.
that issue was still always there. That there was just something bigger that came their way that they had to put their differences aside. But yeah, this still is going on.
Yeah. Hmm. Ooh. How do you know who she is?
What do you mean?
They don't know who she is. I mean, they basically just met her now.
No, they met her beforehand. Remember at the end of Captain.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
So it's been 6 months. She's been there with them.
Okay, I keep forgetting.
So yeah, there is a gap.
I keep thinking that when they landed, right then and there is where they. Okay, well,
No, because you remember after the snap, they at the end of Cap. Well, you only seen it one time, so that's probably why. The post credit scene in Captain Marvel was them with the beeper, and they kept like running and trying to figure out what is it doing, who is it sending a signal to, what is this, and then she like they turn away like, okay, well it stopped sending a signal, so like what the hell do we do? They turn around and we're getting ready to walk away. She walks over and she's like, "Where's Stark?"
Okay, all right.
So
Man,
it happened like around the time that the snap originally happened.
I really gotta watch that movie again.
Told you. Just watch it. I mean, there are some irks to it. If you're a Captain Marvel fan to begin with, there's some issues with it, with just because it's her and not Monica Rambeau being the character originally, and that they're kind of like pushed Marvel off to the side, and it's not the original story. Yeah. I mean, again, we always talk about them playing with the toys and playing with the storyline to change it to what fits it. It just kind of like it's a backhanded way, I think.
There he is. Get a look at him.
That's right, ladies. Take it in. Last time you see it.
Last time
you're
going
to
see
see one of the coolest scenes right here. Yeah. I love this.
I like this one.
Get him.
Let's go get this son of a bitch.
Boom. Quick little title opening, and we're off to find Thanos in Savage Garden, Secret Garden.
Secret Garden, that's right. It's not madly, truly, deeply on here.
That would have been great.
So there was talk, like because they hadn't quite decided everything about who was going to survive and everything when they were doing Infinity Wars. And they were talking about if in Infinity Wars, the screenwriters were considering if Wanda had survived, to pairing her up with Rocket, which I thought would have been an actual interesting team up.
That's interesting. Does they ever mention what planet this is? They just say the garden. They never say what's the name.
No, I thought they did.
Yeah, I thought they did too. I was like, was it on the screen or something, or did I miss it? I mean, I don't know. It's another quibble, but
I don't think with this one it's so much a quibble. Like within like Star Wars, I think there's a quibble for me personally on that one because the worlds are so important.
Yeah.
But on this one, I don't.
They're not. Yeah, they're not. It's not really.
Yeah, because we're never going to see this world again. It's not like it's a returning one where you have a decade worth of history, 19 movies, but Star Wars you have 30 years, 40 years.
Dude, is Thanos in Buttercup's house?
Yeah, they had to kick him out. Now these scenes right here are straight from the comic books.
Yes.
The scarecrow of his armor that was ripped directly out of the original the run for Infinity Wars. This a lot of this scene and the planet he's on is taken straight from there.
Is this Paradise Thanos living by yourself in Buttercup Shack?
No, this is Shrek's shack.
Oh, Shrek Shack. I'm sorry. Oof, look at that.
Hey, I'm gonna come over and I'm gonna make some waffles.
Donkey?
So it is interesting. This was shot back to back with Infinity Wars, and it took a period of 200 days to do all the filming.
Yeah, it was like almost half the year, I believe. Well, almost the quarter of the year, not half. Their big plan foiled again. Now, as far as the comic goes, and I don't recall it. It's been a while since I read it. They didn't chop off his hand to get the gauntlet. I think he just lost it somehow. He took it off, and because I know
Man,
Nebula
it's been
got
a
it.
few years,
Yeah. If you guys are in the chat or you want to get in the chat, you know about it, let me know because I really forgot. I mean, it's just not really the version of Thanos from the comic anyway. He was. Got it. Again, making Thanos a character and he's all CGI. Well, mocap. He's no liar, man. Boom! Ooh. Jeez. I did like that, though. That was a nice little callback. This beginning scene is dope. Some other things later on we'll see. I know one person in particular for you. Can't wait till we get to that part. Another one for me, too. But like I said, this whole opening is just badass. There he goes, guys. It's the last time you're going to see Thor. And Hulk. What did you think of this? The 5 year later thing.
I think it needed to happen. I mean, we needed to see that they're still reeling from it. I mean, we already did 6 months. So another 5 years, you want to see that.
No, I dug it too, but usually some movies that do it like a trope like this, End of the World, if they do it, they're like, oh, it's a year later or 6 months later. But this one is like, 5 years later.
I remember that being the big discussion during before this came out, after between Infinity Wars and this, was how long are we going to be looking at it? What's the gap of the time? Was it going to be weeks later? Was it going to be a year later? That was always the big question.
I like it. I like it. We're doing 5 years later. There's a lot of stuff you can do. And there's a lot of Disney Plus series that are going to be set place in this. I think if I'm correct.
And here we have one of the Russo brothers, or actually both of them are in here in the group.
Sorry, guys.
And this shows you where Cap is. I mean, he's being the supporter. I mean, he's always been that guy to stand up with the troops.
The face of optimism. That's what I call him.
And I just love the quietness of the world.
Mm-hmm.
And here we're actually introduced to the true hero of the Endgame. It's not Tony. It's not Thor. It's not Cap. It's this rat. It really is. It's just this rat.
So basically, the rat saved the day.
Yeah,
if it wasn't for that rat, Ant-Man doesn't come back. We don't find the quantum realm. Etc. Etc. I love how they have this guy in here. I forgot this actor's name, but he was in The Hangover, all three of them, and I think he was in The Community, or is it Parks and Rec? I'm not sure. There he is.
Yeah, that's the doctor. Goodness, I can't remember his name.
Did he go back and get his van later?
It wasn't his van.
Oh, okay. I thought that was his van.
No, that was one of Hank's vans. Remember?
Oh, okay. I thought it was his
And
van.
No, he never had a van. Remember, he had just literally gotten off of parole.
Mm. Oh, the van was the security company, right? That he was doing.
Was it the security company's van? I thought it was. I thought it was one of Hank's vans that he had.
Because I thought the security people had like a van too. Not sure. I could be wrong.
Yeah, they do. It had it on the side of it, but no, it's Ken Jeong.
King Jeong.
That's who you're talking about. Yeah, that's the security guard. But did you die?
No. I was trying to read these names on here, and if there was any kind of.
I did the same thing. I bet you everybody did, looking for an Easter egg.
That's what I thought, and
something. But yeah, I think they would just.
There was none.
They did it.
No.
I mean, they had a chance because there was a lot of times, they were.
They could have, but they put so much in this movie. It's over 3 hours. I mean,
yeah,
you could forgive them about that.
Like, especially because Lang was close to the elves, so I always thought maybe they would, do a little nod to Stan or or to his wife or something. Would have been kind of cool. And I know they recast her, but I'm trying to figure out why they were recasting her. Because for Quantumania, they're recasting her
with the girl from Freaky.
Mm-hmm. I mean, a great actor. I really love Freaky, but I just kind of I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Maybe this girl she was just already booked for something else.
I don't know. It's funny she got like a huge outcry on Twitter too. Like, thank you everybody for your support.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of support. She did a great job. She was the heart for Ant-Man. Really.
Yeah.
Look at
I mean, she was fine. I mean, I don't know why they casted the other girl. And there you got Captain Marvel and her comic accurate haircut, I guess you would say. I love how it's mentioned.
Yeah, everybody went a little giddy on that one, thinking it was a reference to Namor, and they said no, it was not.
Yeah,
just because something happens in the ocean doesn't mean it's a reference to him. It just means something happened in there.
Everybody went nuts. Oh, it's an underwater. Yeah, it's not him. Come on.
Yeah.
It's just an underwater earthquake. Mm-hmm. That's all. Nat, yeah, you got a little weird thing going on there. You might want to either color it, go back to the OG style. I don't know. I mean,
she's letting the red come out. You just
letting the red come out. Just
the world's over. They're trying to pick up the pieces right now. She doesn't have time for hair dye. And of course, the suggested head bob between Captain Marvel and Rhodey was that there was they were saying that there's a relationship because they did have one in the comic books, but
that was a nice little nod, though.
It was just a head bob. I don't think it was a real true nod.
No, I'm just That's kind of like how I greet you sometimes with the head nod, like what's up. I'll tell you what. There was actually they're talking about about Clint in this scene. And when the Hawkeye series was announced for Disney Plus, God, by the way, guys, I think it's coming in 2022. They mentioned something that I didn't think they were going to do, but they're going to do. They're going to actually show in flashbacks when he was Ronin. I can't wait for that.
Yeah, I can't wait. Yeah, for when they do that.
Like the whole teacher master thing with her and Kate is cool, but I want to see when he was Ronin. I want to see what else he did, because apparently he's wrecking shop.
Oh well, I mean, we see what he does up, here in just this little bit.
Oh man, that dude straight up murders the entire Yakuza clan.
Mm-hmm.
That just shows you that the Hawkeye's not some useless guy with a bow and arrow. Like, dude, he could fight. He will mess you up.
Well, he never was. That's why, because most people like joking. Like, well, he's
he's very
the weaker
jokey,
side. No, he's a smart ass. He doesn't give two shits, but he can kill. He can kill like crazy.
Oh yeah. Other arguments too have ensued, like how come Cap and Natasha never got together? Because I think in the comics there's a version they did get together and had a kid.
Cap got with everything. All right, I mean everybody talks about Cap being a Boy Scout. No, Cap got with everybody.
You think he got with Nat?
Yes. Look at Look at his. Do me a favor. Just do a Wikipedia of Cap's relationships. It's like an arm's length long. All right. Cap was a player in the books. He got with everybody.
Cap got around, man.
Mm-hmm. Hey, he was frozen in ice for a while, man. He had some time to make up. People were calling him frigid for way too long.
Somebody else is in the chat. Huh.
What? Oh, no, Willie's in there. No, Willie, Mr. VL Senior, not Junior. Junior made his presence known last week. So
yeah, he did.
This week, Senior's talking to us.
The smarter one.
Yeah, to me, I don't know. It goes back to that. I don't know why people need to put these characters in relationships.
Yeah.
The same thing goes back to, I don't need to know what their sexual orientation is. It's got nothing to do with the story other than the fact of placing you as a person, or as a female or as a male, or as, gay or straight or bisexual, and putting yourself into that characteristic. But that, to me, I put myself into the characters' positions, whether they're black, white, or or Asian. It's about great storytelling, and to me, I don't need to see a relationship happening. Just let it. Why do I need to know everybody's boning or who's boning who? It doesn't impact this story whatsoever. The fact that we don't know, have no history of Clint and Nat ever together. They're just good friends, and the moment that happens later on in the movie is that's more impact. There when that happens, and I don't need to know that they were having sex. That would have made that moment more impactful.
But I think he did get with Nat. 5 years, long time, man. Cat. I think he did.
No, remember, we don't know what happened to the other one. Remember, he was having a relationship with his niece.
Ooh. Yeah. Cap got around.
I told you. Check out the comic books. That super soldier serum does stuff to you. Foreshadowing for a new movie.
Oh, just a little bit. Quantum Mania, baby. When they bring up their version of time travel, it just kind of throws me off too.
I still haven't wrapped my head around it.
Yeah, so I was going to ask you about that. I was like, what do you think of that version of time travel?
I still wasn't a fan of it. Like, it's basic time travel to me works. The Back to the Future time travel that makes sense.
Yeah. Oh God, I hate.
You hate what?
Dude, I'm trying to get my brother in the chat room. He's being a
No.
jerk. Is that blonde hair or is that gray hair on Tony Stark?
Who knows? Yeah, it's blonde. You don't really gray at your tips. I've never seen really. It's usually graying at the roots.
So he had a midlife crisis or something and decided to go blonde?
Hey, once you get a kid, man, you kind of want to feel like you're still young and.
But blonde tips, man?
Yeah, hey, I've done it.
So have I.
What was her name? Because I know the reason I did it too, so don't worry.
That was Kane in the college years. We'll just say that.
Yeah, this one ripped everybody's heart out with the daughter. The moments with the daughter, just like I know all the girls I work with. That was probably one of their biggest thing is they already were in love with Tony, but to see him as a dad and then to see the interaction between him and his daughter was even bigger.
Yeah.
He's still drinking that crappy fucking those shakes, and he's gonna make them drink it. Evil.
Yeah, what are those protein shakes? Yeah, he's terrible. It's not even a freaking whiskey and Coke or beer or water. Like
that looked like I don't know what that looked like.
It looks like just bad Ovaltine.
You said Ovaltine.
Ovaltine. Is Ovaltine still around? Or am I an old man for saying Ovaltine? Right.
You're an old man, but it's okay. We can say we saw it. We saw it in A Christmas Story because that's where you got his.
If you guys have like a pot of Ovaltine, please send it to me.
A pot of Ovaltine,
or whatever that. What
are brewing it up?
Canister, whatever.
There you go.
HeroSilentPodcast@gmail.com. I'll send you my address, or PM me now. Chock full of Ovaltine. Speaking of vampires, Paul Rudd. I love how Nat is always like to the matter of fact, hey man, are we going to do this or not? Now, in the comics, Bruce and Tony, as far as their intelligence levels go, are they on par or is Tony smarter? That's what I was trying to figure out also.
I think they're both. I'm going to say Tony's a little bit smarter.
Okay.
I think because Bruce was a scientist in a singular study. Yeah, in field. And I think Tony's a little bit wider range.
More of engineering, physics.
Yeah, he's more engineering. Yeah, but again, like we've said with Ant-Man, it always came down to Hank Pym was smarter than Tony.
I know that they couldn't do it based on story purposes, but I would love to have seen a scene with Michael Douglas and Robert Downey. Here we go, folks. Best part of the movie. Okay, so Mike, we're here. 11 months worth. So good.
What did they do to him? What did they do to him? I just don't have words. I just don't have words. It just. Wow.
I'm just gonna say, what was the purpose of this? Because you had that fight at the beginning of Infinity War where he gets his royal ass kicked. And I think everybody, buff everybody, wanted to see that rematch. Mm-hmm. I did. I was like, come on, it's going to happen. I remember when we did our predictions, we were saying, oh, so when is Thanos going to fight Hulk again? And we kept saying, oh, maybe the middle, maybe the end, maybe like the beginning or something. And then all our dreams just died when we saw this.
We got Guido Hulk. The Shrek. I mean, I don't know. It's just horrible. It's
Mr. Fixed It. There you
yeah.
go.
It's an emasculation of him. It's horrible character. I mean, the Hulk you want to go out and see beating the crap out of
Oh
things.
man, the emasculation comes later on with another character. That's
No, this one. No, this is
well, for you, it's this one. I think I accepted it to a point, but the other one is to me unforgivable. Although I did enjoy it. Easiest Halloween costume to make, by the way.
no. That one's still a man. He's just more of them.
I like the way you did that.
Tabs. I mean, just really, just
It's just,
stay in school. What the fuck?
it's just so bad. Like, why? What was the one version of the Hulk where he kept his rage and his intelligence? Was it the Gray Hulk?
I think that was the Grey Hulk.
Yeah. They have a comic run now that I haven't read, but I read about, where apparently there's like another version of a Hulk. I don't know if they introduced him yet, and I think I told you about it. I'm not sure if you read it or seen it online. It's a version where apparently they haven't shown him yet, but he's in the desert and he's locked in this like huge cage. They haven't shown him yet, but you just see his eye. Like, but apparently he's another version of the Hulk, which is supposed to be stronger than the OG Hulk, of course, because you want to make the other Hulk weaker than the original Hulk, so that's okay.
Right. Yeah.
We always want to do that. We want to make our our heroes. Oh, he's strong. No, there's another dude even stronger out there. Okay.
Yeah.
I kind of compare it to like the. Have you ever seen the remake of Kickboxer?
No.
Okay. The remake had Jean-Claude Van Damme in it, and he's actually the trainer to the new guy, the new Frank Dukes or whatever. And he's facing this gigantic man, and it's Batista, right? Okay, he beats him, great. So then they make a Kickboxer 2. And they make this other dude who's supposed to be even bigger than Batista. Oh, he killed this guy. I'm like, what? He killed Tom Poe. And all it is, dude, no offense, it's a gigantic, roided out freaking UFC fighter. He couldn't move. All he was just big. Remember Scott Norton, WCW wrestling? He's kind of like that, just bigger. It was like, what? Yeah. It was just kind of like how you hate this version of Hulk. It's like, oh, come on. Now we have to trump it. We have to make a guy even bigger.
Yeah.
Because, come on. This girl had she dressed up for Halloween this year. I guess she has a Twitter page, or her mom does, I'm not sure. And she dressed up as Rescue, which I thought was kind of cool.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, I did see that one.
Aww. I love you 3000.
And a meme and a bunch of T-shirts were made right then and there.
Oh man.
And the internet broke its little heart.
Oh.
I love that. Go to bed or I'm gonna sell all your toys. Guys, I am at, if anybody is watching along, I'm at 41 minutes, almost 42. So if you guys want to,
where am I?
I think you're just a hair.
Yeah, I'm about the same. Yeah, a little bit. Another relationship that I kind of dig is theirs. Progress. We began at one point, got to another point, and now we're here. Although I think Gwyneth Paltrow needs a little bit of Geritol to get her memory back on. She just says, "Oh, I don't remember them being in those movies." Come on now.
No, because they filmed a lot of them together, back to back. They just literally moved her from scene to scene sometimes. So no, I don't blame her for not knowing. I remember that it was about the
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, yeah. She didn't because you got to realize the same crew was around for all the other movies, and it was probably filmed during one of the Avengers movies. So yeah, when I heard that, I was like, no, I don't blame her. I mean, how many of these movies has she done over the last decade? They all are blurred out to all, even most of these guys. And I don't think she does the convention circuits, so she doesn't get to ask the hard questions throughout the whole through the conventions.
I don't know if she'll ever do convention. Can't see her doing them.
I mean, I could maybe see her down the road doing them, but yeah, nothing now. Yeah, that's not the security van.
Okay. That's you're right. That's probably Pim's van then. Well, I'll be right back, folks. In a movie like this, you always have to do little breaks.
Good. On a three. I'm working on it. Stop. Will grow.
They'll grow.
Time travel.
All right. Baby. I got to give him credit as far as the design of Avengers headquarters. It's kind of very similar to the one they had in the comics too. I think the Ultimates version they had this because it was in upstate New York. Typical Tony Stark. Man, that hairstyle is just out of control. Looks like my bedhead when I wake up. Hair all over the place. Ah. No, you know what it looks like? That scene in Something About Mary, where he walks out of the bathroom. She's like, there you go. Ah, yeah, gotta have that shield back. Yeah. Aww. Ugh. Here we go. I don't know. I just.
What are you huffing over there for?
This.
What?
What's coming?
Dude, what'd you expect them to do?
I don't know. Couldn't he have been doing something else instead of this? Whatever. This looks like Cape May in Maine. Yeah, that's Mike speaking through Valkyrie right now. Supplies.
Well, at least we got some answers here. We see that Meek's still around, Korg's still around. Now, if anybody is interesting to get Korg's pajamas or shorts, they are on sale on Amazon. You can buy them. Actually, I think Taika Waititi actually went out with them on.
Did he?
Yeah, yeah. If you look online, you'll find it. Yeah, where he actually.
Ooh.
Any of you gamers out there know this feeling.
Oh, I still know that feeling. No password. And they're playing Fortnite. That's great.
Which, yes, Avengers are on Fortnite now, folks. I think like 6 months ago they dropped.
Yeah. Wow. That's a 12-year-old kid, by the way, guys.
Now, for you Trekkie fans out there, a lot of you guys might not know this, but actually Kevin Feige actually credits the Star Trek Next Generation All Good Things, the series finale episode, as kind of an inspiration for this film. So, if anybody is a Trekkie fan, and you may see some of the rhythms and some of the understandings to this, because I mean, it's technically is an alternate reality episode. I don't know if you remember that episode or not. Go ahead and fill your drink and not answer. It's okay.
Sorry, I didn't want anybody to hear the ice cubes bouncing when I did that. Just trying to be cordial. But yeah, it does. It's very similar to that episode of Star Trek. I would concur. Wasn't Q? Yeah, Q was the Q was. Yeah, they were the last ones in that episode. That's why I thought Kane. The Q. What were they called?
The Q Continuum.
The Q Continuum.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, it was a rehash from they brought it back to the original episode where they were saying Q still had them under
trial.
on trial and being observed But then you also had where you see Kirk, or not Kirk, sorry, Picard go into the future, and you see you find out him and Beverly were together, but then divorced. Now Riker is in head of the, or is I think he's the admiral of
He's the admiral, yeah.
Enterprise, and now the Enterprise has a cloaking device and a big massive gun underneath the saucer section.
That was kind of cool, though. I actually liked that version of the Enterprise. Too bad they never followed up with it. Or maybe they did novels. I don't read many Star Trek novels, so I don't know.
Not with that one because it was an alternate reality. No, the novels. Well, there's a couple that. I mean, I think that ship showed up on one novel, but the rest of them with Riker all centered around the Titan that he eventually went on to.
All the cool ships in Star Trek, they always destroy. OG Enterprise. That ship was part of the non-reality. What was that one ship in Into Darkness? The Enterprise on steroids. I forget. It was like huge, like a warship. That was a pretty badass ship.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
That was cool. I was like, "What the hell is that?"
Dreadnought or something like that.
The Dreadnought. The Dreadnought.
But there's also another Star Trek nod in this movie, and it's very last thing that happens. Oh, well, here you go.
I didn't know too much of the Ronin character, but damn, I wanted to know more after watching this scene.
Yeah, didn't you actually end up buying his sword?
No, I bought the Marvel Legends figures. I bought like 5 of them.
Oh, I could have sworn you bought his sword.
No, they don't have the sword. They don't have the sword yet.
They don't have this sword? You got to be kidding me.
No, they don't. Yeah. They don't. I'm dead serious. They don't have this sword yet.
Really?
I mean, I'm sure if I look it up and I had to get the detail of what sword it is, I could find it, but
I'm surprised. And
yeah.
And the sword making community is there's
which one is this? A katana sword?
No, just look up Ronin sword. I mean, there's a huge.
Ooh, that's nice. I gotta look that up now. See, now you got me thinking. That has to be part of my collection.
Yeah, dude, they got it.
They got it?
Yeah.
Okay, you guys see me.
You're just not looking hard enough. That's like right up there with Excalibur with the sword from Highlander.
Hold on, guys. I'm gonna look it up right now.
I've just looked it up. I'm telling you.
Hold on.
It took that little bit of time. Even eBay's got it, so I know you and your eBay, so it's out there. Got it on Etsy and it's all over.
Oh, they do got it. That's a small version though.
Like I said, man, there's a massive sword collection community out there. So any sword you've ever seen on film, television, books, they're making them. I mean, they got sword making or swords blacksmith television series out there. So trust me, it's out there.
Hold on, man. I got a couple different ones here. Ooh, I see it. It's a prop.
So what, you want a real one? You want a real sword like that?
Yeah. They don't have one that looks like the prop is not bad though. Yeah, okay. Okay. All right, that's not bad. Nope, but it'll make him feel better. After, he murdered the entire clan, yeah. You could have saved their lives, but don't worry about it. Okay, this was funny, but it got old real quick.
You Mr. Buff Thor? Is that because you're real sensitive about this one?
I do miss Buffy Thor.
Right.
Here we go. They could have made it so simple, but they overcomplicated it.
See, to me personally, I think it should have been Rhodey that vanished and not Sam Falcon, because I think these moments like this between Ant-Man and Falcon would have been better because of their tension beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
I think it would have been a lot better to have that here. Granted, and I mean, then they're both military. That's what I mean. They are literally interchangeable, other than the fact of age. You know, that's about it. They're both the military guys. They're both military equivalents to. One's the military equivalent for Tony. The other one's the military equivalent for Captain.
Yeah.
I just think Sam would have had a lot more fun here. And I think with Sam being here and spending more time with Cap, it would have led to
the shield passing
probably a
moment.
more comfortable shield passing.
Because the way they're going to do it, I think, in that series is not going to be what we think. I mean, it's not.
No, everything that I've been reading has been leading to that. Yeah, it's not going to be a true shield passing. You're going to have what's the knockoff Captain America that's going to be in there? And
the U.S. agent.
Yeah, U.S. agent's going to be on there. So you're going to have them dealing with that, and then you're going to probably have him still struggling with becoming Captain America. So yeah, I just don't. I don't think it's going to happen the way we want it to. And some people have even said and hinted that it's really still going to be Bucky that picks up the shield.
Makes sense out of all of them, but he doesn't want it. Hopefully, they explain how he lost the shield because he got it at the end of this. So what did he do? And in the meantime, he's like, yeah, you know what? I'm not feeling it here.
What do you mean by losing the shield?
Well, he had the shield. He was bequeathed the shield at the end of Endgame.
Right.
So in the Falcon and Winter Soldier series, you showed that he doesn't have the shield.
But he's not using it. Doesn't mean he doesn't have it. When I've seen
it, he doesn't have it. I think he needs to put it back.
I don't think he wants to use it because he doesn't feel like he's worthy of it. That's the reason we aren't seeing it. So I don't. Just because we're not seeing it in the trailers doesn't mean he doesn't have it. He's probably got to put away. Just doesn't want to pick it up because he doesn't feel he's worthy to be representative of Captain America.
I wonder if we see Chris Evans in like a dream sequence, like, yeah, you are worthy. That's why I gave it to you. I mean, it's unnecessary.
Why would you put Chris Evans in there, not Michael Myers? I mean, have a little Wayne Campbell throwback. You are worthy. You are worthy. I mean, why miss a great opportunity for that? Hey, man, you're worthy.
Dude. You feeling down, Sam? Come on, dude. You are worthy. Pick it up, man.
See, you're missing great spots here.
Oh, God. What'd you call Hulk? Shrek? Yeah, you're right.
What's that? They actually were talking about doing Professor Hulk in Infinity Wars, but they kiboshed
that means we would have had Hulk in this last movie. Then I would have gone for it.
There was actually talk that they were also consideration to have Bruce speaking with Hulk in this film.
Another good idea.
That I think, to me, that's a great idea because that's what you see in a lot of Hulk comic books, and I think those are one of the things that really draws me to them. Is you are having that inner conflict and that inner communication, inside. That's why you see the rage of Hulk, because you are seeing the back and forth between him and Banner in there.
I mean, they had a little bit of it in Infinity War, but not enough. So.
Oh, that's interesting. In early development talks that they were considering to making Cap the Soul Stone. That would have been interesting. That's right. Of course, we're getting another explanation of the stones, like we didn't understand it for the third time.
Yeah. I think in the future we're going to see the Celestials. They've been name dropping them a lot. Hell, we had the head of a Celestial. Only a matter of time.
They're going to have to go back then because, I mean, the Celestials no longer exist.
Well, it could flashback Internals.
Yeah. That's probably, honestly, I think that'll be the closest you get to it.
Yeah, I don't want a full blown movie.
The Eternals is what you're going to get, and they'll talk about that.
Yeah. The time heist. Of course, you gotta have that motivational Cap speech.
Of course.
It means just don't. Yeah. I'm ready. Let's do it.
I love Rocket. He's pretty good at
Ah, Rocket. Now, why didn't Tony put his armor on? Rhodey put his helmet on, and he put I don't know. He's got a better suit than Rhodey. There's your Hulk. There he is. Man, that suit by Cap, man. Look at that. Hulk looks a lot bigger than this Shrek Hulk we have now.
Well, you got to realize, I mean, the Hulk is about rage, so his size is based off of his rage. And this isn't Hulk. This is Professor Hulk, you know?
I hate Professor Hulk.
Like when you think back to like Thor Ragnarok, that Hulk was a lot bigger.
Oh yeah, huge.
There was one version where they were going to have Rocket go with them to New York,
Yeah.
and he was going to critique them.
Oh, on the Chitauri army, yeah.
Yeah, about how he's like, they're the suckiest army in the galaxy. Why don't you just blow up the mothership?
And they all look at each other. Yeah.
And then apparently Tony was supposed to come up behind him and like shave off part of his head. Casting another recast or having her come back in was great. I love this, especially as much as I hate Professor Hulk. I love this interaction between them.
Yeah, this is good stuff here. It just shows how powerful she is too.
So this probably would have been that moment when they had that talk.
Yeah. I remember I also read something about this scene here. Like people had issues, like how come he didn't go back and talk to Odin? I was like, well, Odin's not really the most, sympathetic type of dude. So who are you going to go to in a moment like this, especially when you're in crisis? Go to your mom. That's like life.
Not only that, but his mom's a sorceress.
Yeah.
So she would get it. And honestly, it wasn't that he went to her. She tracked him down.
Mhm.
They weren't trying to interact with it. See, they're trying to hide. It's his mother senses him. And she catches him.
You don't think Odin would have sensed him?
No, again, his mother was the sorceress.
Okay.
In all the stories and everything about her, she was the powerful one, actually truly into magic. Odin was just a god, the god.
God, Rocket is so good. The chick with the antenna? God, it's so crazy that that's Bradley Cooper. You can't even tell. I gotta see the behind the scenes of how he did that voice.
Look on YouTube. There are some scenes of him doing.
Yeah, I gotta look at it because it doesn't sound like
still
Bradley
doesn't.
Cooper.
When you look at him doing it, the facial expressions, it just still doesn't sound like Bradley.
When he eventually does stop, doing, I'm sure he's doing a lot of stuff, directing and acting. But if he ever wants to decide, hey man, I want to stop doing on-screen stuff, he could definitely go straight into some voiceover work.
Unless this is the only voice he can do.
Oh yeah, true.
You got some of those actors that just like they don't have that range in the vocal. They can do a couple of cool voices, and that's their life. Now that scene that we just watched, that was one of the few scenes that actually was filmed during Infinity War. That was actually filmed back in 2017, April 2017.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that really helpful.
Get it done. That's it. They have to show that somewhere down the line. They don't have to, but I'm just saying I would love to see, like, what happened in Budapest. Maybe in a flashback. Maybe they'll do it in Black Widow.
I don't need to see it, and it's the fact that it's just one of those things. Hey, you remember?
I don't know,
It's just like in Deadpool when he runs into that guy and they make the comment about Jacksonville.
Oh,
Don't need to know what happened in Jacksonville. The fact that, oh man, Jacksonville was fun. You remember what we did there? That was it. Yeah, that's all I needed, dude. Same
Really?
thing with Budapest.
You're gonna bring up that and compare Budapest with Jacksonville? That's
Yeah. You don't remember that scene in
I do
Deadpool?
remember that scene.
Okay, so that's what I mean. It's just one of those. Now, they actually talked about having Tony and Thor going to Asgard because technically there were 2 stones there in Asgard.
Yeah.
And basically Tony would show up in one of his suits, one of the invisible stealth suits, and he would have had to fight Heimdall.
Ooh.
Which, yeah, and they were saying that it didn't make the cut because it was a good idea, but they didn't feel that like the emotional beat to the story was there. So yeah,
I can see
really
that.
great battles.
That would have been a dope scene though,
Tony and
man.
Heimdall go
Woo,
through
with
it.
Heimdall,
Yeah.
where he shows that damn sword and stuff, man. Oop. There he is. Wielding the looks like a helicopter blade.
Yeah, I love that blade, and he's wearing the
That
helmet
blade-
again finally.
Yeah. I love when he has the helmet on. They talk about this blade, how powerful it is. Because I had to look it up. Apparently, it's like they don't mention what it's made out of, but it's something celestial. Hmm. Yeah, I like Thanos with the helmet better. I don't like bald-headed Thanos. Keep the helmet on, bro. There he is. There's your Father of the Year right there. Yeah, you're screwed now.
I love this part of it where they're seeing like the backside of things happening.
Mm.
Oh, and
I wonder
Tony
if
did
that-
bring his suit. It looks like I guess it was his nano suit that he brought. So
Yeah.
that way he can like change in and out of it quickly. It's their way of saving money
I-
on CGI.
I wonder. You think they refilmed all this?
The only one I saw that was refilmed was the Peter Quill, the Guardians of the Galaxy intro.
Mhm.
That one was refilmed.
Okay, because I wonder if this was refilmed.
I don't know. I mean, they may have had some footage. Then again, you got to think of some of the CGI stuff. But yeah, that was I do know that they mentioned the Guardians of the Galaxy one. Like this stuff, yeah, they had to probably redo this one. But the ones
Yeah.
where it's from the movie, because these weren't in the movie.
I love this. They look like bad guys.
And the Captain America's ass was like a very, very controversial thing to do. They were kind of judging about whether they should do it or not.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
Well, it was kind of a questionable thing whether they should joke about it or not. So
That's messed up, man. I know that. Like, take the stairs. See, I wanted this Hulk, man, where he barely talks.
well, I would have been
fight.
okay with him talking more, just not as Banner. You know, the talking, being the intelligent Hulk. I wanted the dumb, brooding, banging on thing Hulk, but he could talk a little bit more.
I do like this, man. This is like not beat for beat, but like literally almost shot for shot, like the Winter Soldier scene. That was cool. One of the cooler parts in that movie. I love that. The whole theater was like flipping out, like he's walking out with a smile. Oh, poor guy.
Why didn't he just jump out the freaking window? He's Hulk. He can do
Yeah,
it.
why didn't he just jump out the window? He could
It's
have done
already-
that.
There's already damage out there. What's one more pothole
Yeah,
out there?
what the hell's the problem? The city's already in disarray.
Thumbelina.
Exp. Sexy.
I'm going insane.
And they brought fucking Robert Redford back too.
Yeah, everybody. And no, they did not put the scene in here to lead into Loki. Just so if anybody has a question, like, oh, they did this to set up for the Loki. No, that's not the reason why. It's just a story, part of this movie they did, and that Loki escaped.
But it just so happened
This
that they're going
probably
to...
was the infancy of the idea of, okay, well, Loki escaped. What's he doing next? Then they built probably the show off of that.
So the Space Stone gets taken away from here by Loki. So I wonder what happens in this timeline with these Avengers now that stone is gone.
Again, the quantum time travel explanation is not so good.
No. I guess we'll just leave this one alone then.
No stairs. So what happens? You don't let the big guy take the elevator.
There you go. People disappear. It's mass hysteria. Oh, yeah. Yo, man. Other Cap, he swung first. Jesus. Man, I've never seen a more brutal fight between twins since Jean-Claude Van Damme when he fought himself.
Oh, I thought you were going to go with like sister or something.
No. Pissed. Boom. This Cap might past Cap, I think, is a little bit stronger than future Cap. Because look, you had to trick him.
No, I thought his suit was different from this one. I didn't realize they were the same.
I think they did alter it a little bit. Look at the belts. His belt is a little bit more different than
No, I'm looking at them. They've got this little square thingies with the silver.
no. Like as far as like the front pouches go, they're like well, it's a minor quibble. Whatever. It's
the utility belts. They look the same. Unless he like dressed up like him, like the same suit.
You ever played that bar game with the pictures? There's a slight difference in the belts. Just saying.
But the belts weren't the biggest difference. That's what I'm saying.
I'm just saying that the belts do have the difference in them.
There may be a slight difference to the belts, but the suits were very different from.
All right, how do we get on this conversation about belts?
Because you brought up the belt.
Oh my god!
I'm just saying. I thought from Avengers to now he had a different style suit. Is all I was saying, and it didn't. It looked the same.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I do like this part where she's using magic and he's using science to say, "Hey, man, we can do this."
Well, according to Thor, the magic is just a different type.
Yeah,
of
and I'm just saying it brings it all back to that too. There's a lot of callbacks to other films like magic and science are the same thing. Boom. Yeah, why? That was a mic drop moment right there. Why did he give it away? God bless you.
Yeah, he's having a.
Is he sneezing? Okay. It's okay.
I said when he does it goes 10 minutes.
We should record him.
Wait, he is being recorded. What are you talking about?
Oh yeah, what am I talking about? You're right. He's like another silent member of this podcast.
No, he's so silent.
He's so silent that he's actually...
No, that's not what I say. He ain't so silent.
Oh, okay, so he's like the forget it. I lost my train of thought. There he is. Dude. I mean, hatred aside of the character, but the CG itself looks really good on Hulk, especially with Ruffalo's face on there.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, they've always based it off of Ruffalo, but it definitely looks good. Like I said, I wasn't a fan of it, but I think with just that whole scene with them together was perfect.
Something about Thanos when he has that armor just makes him so gangsta. I'm sorry. And you get to see Ebony Maw again. None of his precious declarations, but you get to see him again. He's a pretty powerful character for in the Marvel Cinematic. The comic books goes. He's supposed to be a really strong sorcerer.
Well, yeah, I mean, you and I discussed that during Infinity War watch along, where him and all of them actually were supposed to be on par with Thanos. Really, when you looked at the comic book runs, they all were the same strength and level.
It's just he was a little bit stronger.
Yeah,
like a nod. He's apparently like a hair stronger.
Right, but then they had to bring him down a few notches, so it was Thanos was the most powerful.
I love that little line right there. She's like, Taryn. He's like, Avengers. Like he knew about them for a while. Ah, Rene Russo. Now she's playing motherly parts. It ain't Lethal Weapon 3.
Yeah, see here, she found him.
Yeah. Probably the best I've seen Rene Russo in a while. Mother can tell, man. Poor guy. Hey, there's future Thor right there. Oh. So after he killed Thanos, he felt like he was a failure? That's interesting. I don't think I've noticed that till now. Because he was too late. Oh. I'm just checking the chat. There are people in there just not saying much. Yeah, I don't think Odin would have worked now. Needed that motherly perspective. Yes. Just don't be Fat Thor anymore. Swim fast. Bull flex machine. Here it comes. So they reshot this whole scene here?
Yeah, that's what they said. They reshot the whole thing because it's at different angles.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I mean, because I mean, it's better, and it's. I mean, they can. They can do it. Note for note. I mean, we've seen people redo movies, scene for scene. Psycho.
Yep. Damn.
It's a sonic screwdriver.
Oh.
See what I did there?
Hey, everybody take a shot
drink.
now.
should take two of them since I'm the one that brought it up.
This is to Mike. Well done, sir. Well done. Boom. Ouch. It's a good little scene here. It's basically probably going to be a father figure type in, was it Armor Wars? I think.
What's up?
Oh, no, I think they're setting up Rhodey to be some sort of a father figure to the Ironheart character in Armor Wars. Or is Ironheart going to be in a separate series?
That Ironheart is still very like
New.
unknown.
Yeah.
They it's in the second phase, I guess you could say, of the television runs, because right now, you know, you've got your primary ones that they're going to focus on: WandaVision, Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier. You
And
got
there was one other, the Hawkeye one. So
Yeah.
I mean, and then I think you're going to have, there's another one I think that was going to, the What If series.
because I'm
So I
wondering
think-
if is Armor Wars and the Ironheart two separates, or are they integrated
I
in
don't
one
know
unit?
because they're so new. That's what not sure. Like I said, I think right now they're going to get their way through these first, and then work their way over there. The Armor Wars maybe include the kid, not so much Ironheart, but the kid. And that
Tony's
may be
daughter?
the end. Yeah, no, the boy.
The the kid from Iron Man
Mhm.
3. Yeah, okay, yeah, I guess.
I mean, you're gonna have to have Armor Wars. So you have to have
So
another.
he's going to
Iron
be
Man.
in it. Yeah, he's going to be in it.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it might be between maybe between War Machine and Rescue. You know,
Maybe
it
have
could be-
was it Obadiah Stain, right?
Yeah.
He had his son. Maybe he'll be in it too. I know he had his son in the comics.
Again, like I said, it's just so they just announced it, just like, and that's why, you know, when we announced them on Heroes of Time, it was like, just these are so in their infancy. I don't know how many will see the light of day.
I'll just be fascinated to see what they do with that, because that's a. I mean, you're basically losing your number one guy in the cinematic universe. You killed him off because, you know, he's done, or he was written out, whatever you want to say, and then you're gonna he's dead, but echoes of him are still gonna be around.
Yeah, and I mean, I hate to take anything away from Iron Man fans, but I don't think he's their number one guy. He was their number one guy for being the first. But I think others.
Well, in this version of the phases, he was the number one guy.
Yeah, he was the number one guy, like I said, as being the first character. But I don't think, when I look at all these movies, I really don't think of him as the number one Avenger, the lead Avenger. I think Cap's more the lead. And then you have to look at the other scenes and other stories that other things happen. So Marvel and everything can continue on because they spent their time building up all the characters. Yeah, the frosted hair Tony, I'm not sure on.
It would have been cool if it was gray hair.
No, not even. Just let it be brown. I don't know why he's got to be all frosty.
It's fun. Yeah, I don't know. Like you said, maybe he's making up for stuff. I have a young kid now. I gotta look young.
I mean, there's gray in the goatee, so he's not hiding that.
America. Their beef was squashed right there.
Oh no, it's still they have a tendency of pushing it and pushing the problems to the side and then just getting the shit done. Enough said. In our last cameo of Stan Lee,
I think you'll see cameos of him going forward, just not the physical
last
presence.
live cameo
Last
of
live.
Stan
I
Lee.
think you'll see like billboards or something. They'll never replace him. I heard like people like, hey, put Deadpool in there. Like, nah, just do like some comics that Stan did or photos.
Well, he was in another movie via photo. He wasn't actually in the movie. It was, I'm trying to remember which one it was, where it was just like he was on the wall.
Mungo Jerry. Sort of.
If anybody knows, the bars are still for Captain Bars.
Yep. And there just so happens to be a suitcase around.
A briefcase. Suitcase.
Briefcase. Whatever. Briefcase, suitcase. Now I heard another lame argument to go according to that glove. That his suit. It was said like how did he die? Because he held one of the Infinity Stones with that glove. I was like, well, dude, he used 6. Of course, he's gonna die. Twitter, man.
So this scene wasn't supposed to happen either. They originally weren't going to have Tony run into his dad. But I'm glad they did, because I mean it gave some of the best heart to the movie, And it also gave his more of that, put more of a heart to his daughter interaction as well.
Yeah, it was more of a sense of closure too. Like it's it's always been the big thing with them.
Original Ant-Man helmet, folks, just zip by. And he
of course,
de-aged.
Nice mullet.
Hey.
That was a nice little thing with the OG Ant-Man helmet. Pim particles. Mm. Uh-oh. What has she been in? I'm sure she's been in tons of stuff.
Who's that? Sorry.
The woman?
Oh,
Af-
yeah, she looks familiar.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was wondering where she was in.
Oh, and the comment about sauerkraut. The Stephen McFeely, who's one of the writers, actually dropped that in because that's what his mother craved when she was pregnant with him, was springing sauerkraut. Yeah.
Sauerkraut?
Hey, everybody had something different. My
guess.
ex-wife, when she was pregnant, she would literally lay on the couch and open up salt and just put a mountain of salt on her tongue and just, yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, it was very, very strange.
I heard a weird thing that when husbands or boyfriends, whatever, find out that their girlfriend or significant other is pregnant, when the girl has cravings, the guy has cravings too. Is that true?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
That you put on sympathy weight.
Okay.
No, I did not. I put on sympathy weight when I was, yeah. And I was mad because she got rid of it so fast. I'm like, you bitch.
Huh? Alonzo?
And this is a good, nice throwback if you guys remember back into Captain America: Civil War, when they were doing the Tony had the digital version of his dad around, and they were he was playing that, and he made the comment about I know you did your best when he was talking to the image. And this is when he talks to his dad, he's like, yeah, he did his best. Little nod.
Little nod, yeah, little callback. I do like the scene he had in Iron Man 2, even though I don't like that movie a lot, where he's talking to his son on the VHS tape.
Mm-hmm.
But the board, he's like, I'm limited by the technology that I can do in these days. But son, when you figure this out,
Yeah,
you're gonna change. I do like that scene.
And we get to see Jarvis for the first time.
Jarvis, there's Jarvis, the OG Jarvis.
It would have been funny if it was played by Paul Bettany.
Paul Bettany.
Yeah, if Paul Bettany did play Jarvis, I think that would have been even
Not
funnier.
funnier. There's the Black Aster. Man. Talking about giving yourself a hard time.
I would give you the drum roll, but all my volume things are filled up. Sorry.
There you
All
go.
my sound clips are filled up. So. That was perfect. Did Thank you. We'll be here all night, folks. Try the veal.
Yep. Cocktails 2 for 1. Ooh. Damn. Is it a lightsaber? Glow in the dark knife?
No, just a glow in the dark knife.
I guess.
Not a full lightsaber. Then you'd have.
Got to give Thanos and his people credit, man. They figured out how to use those pin particles pretty fast. Chats.
So I remember when I was in the theater watching this. This is just before this happened. I actually got up to go to the bathroom. So by the time I came back, the whole
You told me that
Red
you
Skull
missed it.
was gone. I'm like, it's like what I missed. She's like, oh, Red Skull came back. I'm like, oh, you're full of shit.
I love how she does that so nonchalantly. Yeah, you
What?
missed the Red Skull.
Yeah, I would have done the same thing to her. So, and one of my bigger disappointments next to the Hulk, just below the Hulk, would be that Hugo Weaving did not return for.
Yeah.
It would have been a nice little nod. I mean, it's just a little vocal, voiceover thing he could have done if he didn't want to show up. I wish I would have known what the reason is.
I don't know. Like he doesn't really mention anything about it. The only thing I read was like he was signed on to do multiple films with that Marvel contract, but he didn't want to do it, and Marvel didn't force him.
Yeah.
Which is, I don't know.
It would have been just a good tie together to bring everything back.
Yeah,
around,
it would.
That's like the one thing that's that's missing.
It would have been nice, but I mean, the guy who did it wasn't bad.
No, not at all. No, it's not like he butchered it. It's not like hey
But
guys, this is a Red Skull. You gotta. Sorry, I had to throw that voice in there just about.
Come on, guys! You want to know about the Soul Stone? Here's what you gotta do. One of you has got to jump over the cliff. That's when I walk out of the theater. What if it was Wayne underneath that hood? Hey, guys.
Why does Wayne sound like Bill?
Oh, yeah. I'm having a little confusion trying to do my impersonations at the moment.
Okay.
Or Arnold. Arnold would have been funnier. You've come here for the Soul Stone. One of you has to die. Thank you, folks. I'll be here all week.
Now, there's one thing. I know we haven't gotten to it yet, but I mean, we've all seen this by now. The final, when Cap has to go back to everything, wouldn't have been interesting to see this moment?
Yeah.
When Cap has to come back and put the Soul Stone back where it belongs. But he's got to go through Red Skull to do it. I mean, like it's one of those like weird things that like they kind of overlook. I'm like, why would you overlook that moment?
That would have been nice.
Like I said, I mean, Kevin does a great job. The Russo brothers do a great job, but there's a lot of holes in this movie.
I'll tell you what, that Red Skull Cap meeting would have been cool.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been cool. And it's the last stone that he has to put back. What are you doing here, Captain? Do they fight? Do they hug it out? I mean, I don't know.
Do a quick little nut tap. Hey, what's up? I got you. Put it back and he's out.
He disappears. He's like, look over there.
Hey, she got the Mando little shooting thing.
Hey, I saw that. Man, he's going to do a triple Lindy.
No, only a melon can do that.
Oh, okay. Wouldn't it have been funny if he did do the triple Lindy? He knows he's going to die. And then he looks at her, she's dead. He's like, that's a triple Lindy. I've only seen a melon do that. Oh, man.
One of the more heartbreaking moments in the movie, even compared to the finale. Sorry, I know that might hurt some other folks, but this
No, this one is a little bit more heartbreaking to me. Even though the Tony one was kind of like telegram to me. This one wasn't.
Yeah, this one was a shocker.
I was like, what? Would have been funny if he woke up with the Soul Stone and then somebody else wakes up right beside him, like that awkwardness. Like what?
Man, when did you get here? Now, I always wondered when he woke up, like it being in the water, like was that the same place where we saw Thanos have his dream sequence with a young Gamora? Remember where she was sitting there? That I almost like when I saw him waking up in the water, I was like, is that where he kind of is? Is that where Thanos' mind went to? Was to where the Soul Stone was?
Probably. Somebody in the chat agreed with you about the Return of the Stones. Somebody named Olivia Perdices.
See, that's why I like her. She's a smart person.
Yeah. And look at that. No words. He's wearing Nat's bracelet.
She's a smart person.
Yeah.
Goodness, Holland, sorry about that volume. Turn on my phone and.
I gotta give Barton credit, man. He called out Thor here, man. I love this.
We're talking about space magic. So shut up.
The red floating guy.
And it is true. Yeah, it can't be undone. According to Russo, yeah, the way what Red Skull said was that it can't not be undone, and that's just how it is. So we're not going to see her.
Well, you'll see her one more time, but she is dead.
But that's post. That's
yeah. Well, pre, not post.
Oh yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, sure you did. Tell you what, Bruce got some cool threads, man. That's a Columbia freaking fleece he's got on there. That ain't cheap. All right, excuse me. I'm gonna take.
If anybody is watching, we're at 1 second. We're at 1 minute and 58 seconds, or 1 minute and 1 hour and 58 minutes. So if anybody is interested in watching along, go right ahead. Got about an hour left in the movie.
It's not that.
All right.
Are you back now?
Yes, sir. Hulk wearing his Fantastic Four outfit.
And the bad Nebula came back with him, so of course we're gonna see her do her thing.
The naughty Nebula.
What's he gonna put that on his penis? It's so small. I mean,
Friday, do me a favor. Activate full protocol, will you?
Yes, boss.
Here's the thing I didn't realize until later on. I was trying to figure out if this was a new gauntlet that he had created, or was it the old gauntlet that he had put the nanotech on top of. Then
yeah,
I found out.
I think it was a new one he created. That's because that's what they were
You
doing
sure?
in there. Yeah.
Because I thought it was the old one that he had built on top of Nano.
Nah.
Okay.
Because it would have fit him already. It didn't need to be.
Because I'm trying to figure out, because to hold those stones, you need a particular type of metal or something. Because you know
but the old gauntlet was just burnt and fried up, so it was no good.
Well, I guess Tony Stark is a smart man. Or
Yeah,
actually, all
shows
three.
that he is.
Actually, you know what? All three of them. Now that I think about it, because Rocket must have had an idea.
No, Rocket was just there to antagonize him, like I would be.
That's true. Ooh. And the neutering of the Hulk continues.
No, I don't see it as the neutering of the Hulk. He did what nobody else could do. He was a badass for it.
Yeah, his only badass moment in the movie.
And this is one scene I talking to a lot of folks that they were saying that they didn't notice the birds. It was the phone call that made them think things were back to normal. But I was like, nobody saw the birds flying around because beforehand, when you saw that tree, there was no life. Nothing was flying. Yeah.
The
And
birds
that's
should
what
have been the
triggered.
first
Yeah,
thing.
that's what triggered it for me. But a lot of people said they didn't notice the birds until like
I did. So, one of the first things I noticed was the birds.
Yep.
Then the phone call.
Linda Cardellini. Mm-mm-mm.
Man, didn't change your number in 5 years, bro.
I've had the same number for 8 years. I don't know about you, man. I don't change my number that often.
Oh,
That's something you don't want to wake up to.
oh boy. And there goes Avengers headquarters in 3, 2, 1. Gone. Didn't take that long. You know, with Stark gone, I wonder if they're going to rebuild Avengers headquarters. Maybe it'll have to be Avengers apartment. Avengers condo.
Well, I was thinking the Avengers treehouse, no
Oh,
girls
Aven-
allowed kind of thing.
Yeah.
Must know the secret passcode.
Welcome to the Avengers treehouse.
Or since it's now just a rubble and it's nothing but caves, they can just turn it into Avengers Cave.
Avengers cave?
Yeah, why not? Somebody should have a cool cave.
Listen, man, there's only one cool cave in continuity, and we don't need no more caves.
All right, another badass moment. I don't know what you're talking about. Hulk's holding up the building.
Wish he would have gotten mad. gotta hurt. Ooh, boy. Well, gauntlet's still intact. What are these creatures called again? Thanos' horses or outriggers? The outriggers, right? Yeah, outriders. I don't know. Out something. Weird six-legged dogs. It is not a DC cave. And coming down with his helicopter blade. That is a boss scene right there. Just gonna sit around and wait till they show up. Several. Become drinking buddies. There you go. Look at that scene. And he's just sitting there waiting it out. Like, come on, guys. Finally. A little bit of Thor comes back.
He didn't really have a reason to come back. There was nothing to fight. So, I mean, it's kind of...
God, he looks so cool in that armor. Why didn't Thor? You could have thrown the axe right there. And he's dead. before he put this helmet on. Then it's really Endgame.
Yeah, but then we wouldn't have had the cool,
Yeah,
Avengers Assemble and
that's true. Jesus. Okay, I'll give you credit, Hulk. You did something right. The snap, and you're holding that damn building up. See? Green Arrow's not the only one with trick arrows. What, they couldn't climb up that shaft?
no, they were climbing up it.
Oh,
You just saw 3 of them climb up as he chopped them down.
I thought there was more.
Well, he threw the detonated one, so that kind of killed him off. He's like, I gotta get out of here.
Yeah, he saw that how quick he got it. Like,
I'm done with that. That's getting too freaky for me.
doesn't mention the double. He's like, oh, what the hell is this shit?
Got 2 girls that look alike and a green one pointing a gun. So yeah,
It's beyond my pay rate. I'm out. Ooh. That's one way to kill yourself. In a weird metaphoric way, I thought that was a way of like literally killing your past self. Like, that's not me anymore.
so this
Damn.
this battle here between the 4 of them was actually taken. It was inspired from Once Upon a Time in the West.
Really?
Yeah, they took this. If you remember the end of the movie, they had this scene similar.
Just shows how powerful Thanos is, even without the gauntlet. Oof. Damn. Ah. Yep. That was one of the theater's moments like, oh my god, finally. You know, for a guy who never used that hammer, he sure knows how to use it a little bit.
Yeah, I was just thinking that myself the first time. I was like, how did he know to like bring it and get it over?
Like,
if he walked over and picked it up and tossed it, got it.
Yeah, but he's like doing like all these moves not even Thor did. Like he's using the shield and Thor never did that. Like what the hell? Did it have instruction manuals on it? I mean, did he get the cliff notes? Like in the middle of catching, he's like, okay, I got it.
Yeah, Thor could have done all that. What's going on, Thor?
Yeah, what's up, Thor, man? Slacking. Oof. Look how powerful that sword is. Jesus, it broke the adamantium. Or vibranium, sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Wrong.
My bad, guys. It's vibranium. Don't get all over me. Again, reminiscent, if you go back to Age of Ultron, the dream sequence, this is exactly what happened to Cap Shield. Oh, yep, they're screwed now. Got the stormtroopers. Those weird symbols. The AT-ATs. Yeah, you're basically screwed, man. Typical Cap, though. He's like, I don't give a damn. I'll fight all of you.
I can do this all day. One of the most epic scenes. Him, tiny little guy, just saying, yeah.
Yeah, probably. Basically an annual.
Yeah.
Come
Double
to life.
page right there.
Double page annual splash page come to life.
And here we go. This is when the goosebumps start happening.
Oh,
the theater started.
The theater was going nuts. How eerie is it seeing it with Patrick now that he's passed? Chadwick, I'm sorry. Oh, I said Patrick.
I don't know. I don't know. It's not. I mean, it's the movie he's been in. I don't see a eerie thing to it.
The last one.
Yeah, you shouldn't have come back, dumbass.
Exactly. You know, it is fan service, but I don't care.
Oh, dude, this
isn't
fan service. This is fan bukkake. All right, and just
okay.
It's just all
I was trying
over.
to be PC about it, but if you want to be fan bukkake, fine. I'll go with that.
It's
fan bukkake.
Is that everyone?
Boom.
And if you guys do look, there's Howard the Duck standing in the background.
Is he there?
Yeah, he's there. He's in the crowd.
I have to watch this again.
Yeah, Howard made a cameo.
There's the payoff.
Can I ask you one question though?
Sure.
What's Spider-Man connecting to?
That would be telephone poles.
There's nothing out there, but he's swinging his little happy heart away.
Tripwire.
I'm just like, what? That's awesome that he's out there doing his thing, but
dude, he has an Iron Man suit. Why is he swinging around anyway? He should be flying.
Don't know, but he's swinging, and like I said, I just don't know what he's swinging on.
Boom.
Give me that. You have the little one.
Boom. God, I can't wait to see him interact with the other Spider-Man. It's gonna be a hoot. Ooh, damn.
Man, all that work, and now he's gonna have to win her over all over again.
All over again, man.
So, it's like 51st dates all over again.
Jesus.
It's just between him or a tree.
I don't know what those things are. They are cool. It's gorilla type.
And they're just your mindless troopers, just nothing to. That they're your putties, your faceless.
The putties. The... I keep thinking back to Ant-Man and Wasp when Scott's watching her fight, and he's like, "Oh, I guess you didn't have the technology to make for the suit when you were doing like the phasers and the flying thing." He's like, "No, I had it." It's dead. DED, dead. Damn. It's like, jeez, he's freaking fast. I don't know, man.
This is the moment.
Yep.
You will. I love that.
Look at those red eyes. Somebody's pissed when they got the red eyes.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there was talk that she was the strongest one, and she shows.
Yeah. Like she whipped his ass. Instant kill.
She's the one that broke his sword. Yeah.
Yeah.
She is.
She freaking tore his armor off like nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, she would have destroyed him.
She would have messed him up. If it wasn't for all this. Well, he is a Sorcerer Supreme at this moment, so. I don't got it. Boom. Boom. Run away, run away. Damn. Oof. What's that? Bye-bye ship. Boom. Like I said, the moment she's used, man, they're really good.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like, I think if she was involved more in the film, I would have liked it, but
This was actually supposed to be her only time. They like the extra stuff we saw in her wasn't really where it wasn't supposed to see it.
actually, from what I heard, she filmed this first, then Captain Marvel.
No, she filmed a scene when she rescues Tony first. That was the first thing she filmed before she did Captain Marvel. Ooh, he looks like he got messed up good.
Yeah, just a little bit. But don't get me wrong, I am interested to see
here
where
we
they're
go.
gonna. Yeah. Here you go. Not gonna. I think we all know what this scene is. And if you don't,
Yeah, sorry. I get the whole girl power thing, and you want to have that. That was great. If like Rescue and you know Valkyrie showed up to help her out, but all of a sudden every female character is in the same spot on the battlefield just seemed very, very strange to me.
I don't know.
It felt forced. It didn't feel right.
I don't know where the peg.
And I think what was the last one? The last one that they had something similar to that, where it was like a girl power moment.
That was forced.
No, there was a recently.
Mandalorian.
Yeah, Mandalorian. Yeah, when we watched
was...
Mandalorian, the final episode, you had a true girl power moment there too, but it wasn't. I don't know. This just to me just felt like it was forced. Like, look at us. And the Mando had all the girls were the ones running through just kicking ass. I didn't realize what I was watching until it was over. And I was
exactly,
like,
me neither. Like the one scene where the two Mandalorians pop up from the left and right side. I was like, oh shoot! I didn't even realize it was all the girls. That was cool. This one was like, eh.
Even Olivia agrees with us. Thank you.
Thank you, Olivia. You're right. It was stupid. Even a girl agrees. Boom.
She didn't last too long with him, did she?
No. But she did stop him from snapping.
Olivia, I actually kind of liked the one in Infinity Wars. I thought that was kind of fun. I know the scene you're talking about where they I think it's Siri and Black Widow.
That's the Wakanda. That's the Wakanda.
Yeah, that one I actually wasn't too bad because it was like That one seemed like smooth, like a smooth transition. This one just seemed like a little bit forced. But yeah, I know the scene you're talking about, and I actually, like I said, me personally, I kind of thought that one was fun.
You know, if you pause it for a second, you could see the stones going into Tony's armor. Boop.
So did he make a second gauntlet?
No.
So how did it just go into his armor then?
Remember how the gauntlet was nanotechnology? His suit is nanotechnology.
Right, but the gauntlet is on Thanos. So where did the second gauntlet come from?
He never had a gauntlet. This is built into his suit. That's what I take away from it.
They made one, and then the stones were put in one, and that's the one Thanos was.
I'm just thinking that's how they did it. I mean, if there's a different explanation, I would love to hear. But I'm thinking nanotechnology.
Yeah, I was like, where did the second one come from?
And it just zooped into his.
So his suit can automatically make one. So why did they spend all that time building the other one? It seems like redundant.
Hey, look
again. Plot hole. Kevin Feige is not God.
He is a false god. Sorry. But you know, kids, Thanos is not really dead. Could be alive. I love this. That he knows he's gonna lose. He's like, you know what? Let me just sit down.
He's tired. It's been hard.
Yeah. It's been a tough life, man. Look at his armor. Jesus. I think you see him in Eternals, like a younger version of him.
It all depends on when Eternals is. We haven't gotten any information on Eternals, so
I'm guessing past.
No, it could be the future. I mean, things got to move forward. I'm sick of things going backwards.
You're gonna have a scene in the past.
Flashback, maybe, and then I don't.
I'm sorry, one of the most telegraphed deaths in all of cinematic history.
Yeah.
I mean, no offense to the scene, he's gonna die, but just saying the Black Widow one was a little bit more tough.
I said, that's why I said I felt more. I had more of a heart tug during the Black Widow one. Man, they're all wearing armor. I bet you they all smell stinky. That's right, folks. Don't remind the back of Kane's head. He's digging in, getting another drink.
Sorry. I didn't want people to hear me ruffling ice.
Like you're doing now? It's okay.
I wear a straw.
You just stirred it.
I heard that Supernatural copied Avengers Endgame. This was literally the same scene when freaking Sam dies. That his son. Spoilers if you haven't watched Supernatural. Sorry, check it out.
It's not something anybody copied. It's a trope. It's whenever you see your hero die, you're going to have those
with that
quiet
same
moments.
With that same line, you can rest now.
Yeah, you've heard that a bunch of times. You can sleep now. You can rest now. Yeah, you can go home. Yeah, and like a lot of movies, you'll find those. That's nothing. Again, it's just a trope.
I'll look that up. And that is the last time you'll see RDJ, according to him. But never say never. Dump truck of money.
I think he's coming back for What If. Like, I don't think you'll see him, but you'll hear him.
Yeah, he's coming back for that. That's confirmed. There's Kate Bishop. You seen this guy lately? He lost a lot of weight.
Yeah, I have, yeah.
It's kind of like when Newman from Seinfeld lost all that weight. It was weird. Yeah, Olivia, I think he is going to come back in flashbacks. But it'll be like a younger version of him. But I don't think he'll be brought back like he was here. Oh, there she is. Velma herself. That's a strong little girl, man. Everybody else is weeping, and she's just sitting there looking at her daddy.
Oh, she looks sad. I'm not
Yeah,
saying
but she's
it.
not. Look at her. She's not really tearing up.
No,
She's just like
kids don't really understand the point of death. I mean, I know I didn't when my grandparents died. I was just, everybody was sad. I know I would miss them, but I didn't understand it until I got older. It's one of the joys of youth. You don't completely grasp everything.
So did they bury him in the lake?
No, just as
Oh, wait, that's his grave over there. Is that what it is? Did you see it to the left? I think that's his. Okay, I just saw his grave. Or what's supposed to be his grave, whatever. They mention about multiverse from another Earth. Yeah, Olivia, but that's coming down the road. We're talking about this one. Get with the program. Man, Marissa Tomei still looks good. How do they get a suit to fit Hulk? Big and tall?
Custom, yeah, of course.
Okay.
Again, melon.
What is...
I mean, there's two references right there. And he's in New York. I mean, Thornton Mellon suits
Thornton
everybody.
Mellon. So Thornton Mellon is part of the...
Why not?
The-
Who else would suit up Hulk?
It's got to be his son. You know what? It's got to be his son who's in charge of the Mellon Big and Tall now because Roddy's passed.
That or he knows Barney, and Barney knows how to suit you up good too.
Oh my God! Can you imagine? Can you imagine Barney like selling a suit to Hulk?
Hey Hulk, suit up. And yes, that is the kid from the Iron Man 3. He was there. My biggest irk at this point, yes, I understand Tony did everything, and we made the comment about the two major deaths. They don't have, other than this little comment off to the side, they didn't have a eulogy.
Yeah, they never had anything about him. It was just like,
really bugged the hell out of me. I'm like, okay, I understand Iron Man's the man, blah, blah, blah. You just had somebody else who's been part of the Avengers and the MCU since what, Iron Man 2? She came in on Iron Man 2, right? She came in as his assistant.
Yes.
She's been in the MCU just as long as he has, and probably had just as big of an impact in it as anybody else. And there isn't that moment for her, and I thought that was horrible. It was just like a slap in the face.
Hulk threw a bench. No.
So we're just wherever the bench lies, that's where her memorial is now. Like this half dug in bench, just sitting up like this.
I'm trying to add a moment of levity to your
Yeah,
argument.
it's not, that doesn't work. It was one of those ones that bugged me a lot.
No, but you're right. You're right. They should have had more of a
something like having two
how come
leaves.
why not
something.
how come not like a double funeral?
Yeah, that's what bugged me, and not even that, but just like a moment, another funeral somewhere else. Maybe not at that moment. Let Tony have his, and then she have hers. All we had was Scarlet Witch and Hawkeye having a moment where both their people they cared about aren't coming back.
I'm just thinking now that you said that, like I'm just guessing. This is not just me thinking. I think at the end of Black Widow post-credit scene is going to be her sister going to Natasha's grave.
Well, again, that's fine, but at this
I know
moment,
they should have had something, but they didn't. I'm just saying, like,
it was just it was like a slight, like, she gave her life for one of those stones. That's she gave her life for the gauntlet to truly be made and for all life to come back. Really, her sacrifice is bigger than his. All his sacrifice was to kill the invading army. Her sacrifice was to bring half the population back. Bigger sacrifice
was more than his. That's why I think her death hit me more than his, because his is more telegraphed. You knew that was going to happen.
No, you knew from it. Yeah,
you just knew it. But hers wasn't. I was like, what? Like when I saw it in the theaters, like, she's dead?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. They should have had more something for her, but they didn't.
Sign of things to come. At least 2 movies we're going to have these interactions.
Quail.
Got some blasters. Let you guys.
No, they won't.
I'm hoping when he comes back, he is still fat, and then we have like a Rocky montage of him getting back in shape, and then that's it. We don't need any more explanation. Him and Rocket doing laps around the ship or something, Because I do know the fat Thor is not supposed to come back, but I think a nice little nod would be fun.
Just they do the training montage, like him chasing like a space chicken or something.
No, chasing Rocket.
Okay, well, chase Rocket too. So wait a minute, the Quantum Bridge is destroyed, the van is destroyed, so I guess they had another one already set up? I guess?
No. Oh, yeah, the other one. Maybe he just piece and parted it together.
Yeah.
I mean, it is Hulk. I mean, he can do that thing.
Okay.
And that's the thing. We're not seeing time frames as to when this is happening. We don't know if this is 2 days later or if this is,
Well, they're not wearing their black, so yeah, it's got to be at least.
I mean, I know Hulk's still hurting, so we know that's that's still going on.
Well, they're stepping on the Transformer space bridge, so.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
So nobody noticed the strange old man sitting on the bench while they're doing all this, right? Just got to ask. Just got to ask a strange question. Nobody noticed the man. Hey, we're getting ready to send somebody back in time. Let's make sure not like, we're doing it secret. Oh, don't worry about the old dude over there. Don't worry about him. Just
How did he find us?
again, another one of those strange little, Feige, plot holes that like he wasn't there before. He should have been there before he went back in time. But yeah, sorry.
It's okay.
And again, yeah, Bucky definitely knew he was going back because his reaction. He didn't go, what happened? Why not? He knew.
Yeah, he knew.
To look.
That whole thing was like, don't do something stupid. He's like, you're taking the stupid all with you. That's when he knew. I knew. It was, he's not coming back. Okay, we talked about CGI and like Skinny Steve and Skinny Robert. Makeup on this is incredible.
Yeah, I'm going to say this is practical. This isn't CGI. I think
this is just amazing makeup work. Because at first I thought that's not Chris Evans, and then you find out, it is Chris Evans.
Oh yeah, no, you can definitely hear it, and it's definitely him. But yeah,
I didn't think it was him.
It's funny when I see like we look back in time and we see like movies where we see young actors are aged. And now they are that age now, and like you see what the comparison is, and you're like, well, they were way off. So it'll be interesting, 40 years from now,
when they do like,
will Chris Evans look like this man 40 years from now? Truly look like, and most likely he won't. If there's people out there that are listening that would check it out and go, oh no. If he is, I'll come back from the grave and I'll pay you $100. All right.
What are you talking about? I'm gonna be alive. Cry on my head, Walt Disney style.
Put you in the Hall of Heads with you and Nixon.
Yeah, man.
Futurama style.
Or get my consciousness. You put me in a computer or something. What was that horrible Johnny Depp movie where he was a computer?
Johnny Mnemonic?
No, it was another one.
Oh, Johnny Depp. Oh,
Johnny
sorry.
Depp, yeah. So maybe he has the shield, but he doesn't use it. Just puts it in his basement or something.
That's what I'm saying. I think he's not using it because he doesn't feel he's worthy of it yet, and that's why he's still rocking the Falcon. Then I think most likely because it's probably a limited series, and by the end, then we'll see whether he puts it on or if he turns it over to Bucky. I think he'll turn it over to Bucky. I love that reaction. You going to tell me about her?
Nope.
No. And again, this scene alone leads to so many questions. Was Cap there during her funeral when he saw a younger Cap there? Why didn't he say, hey, buddy, that's your knees you're pounding. Don't do that. I mean, there's so many.
Never touch your knees.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many, again, that's one of those time traveling variables. You're like, he must have been around for all of this stuff. I think I'm trying to remember which one it is. There's a YouTube channel where it has him through the ages.
I haven't seen that.
Down. You haven't seen it? It's great.
No.
It's him and Peggy, and it's like 20 years from now, and she's like, "Oh wow, did you see this happened?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, I knew that was going to happen." And then the oil crisis, Vietnam War, Korea.
Really?
And he's like, I
gotta check that out.
Oh yeah, sure, yeah. No, I didn't know that was going to happen. It's just hysterical shit.
I'd be happy too. Haley Atwell? Of course.
What, you spring a leak over there or something?
Sorry, I don't know why I said that.
I don't know. Not sure why. So there we
but-
are, guys. Endgame.
An end game for us. This is it.
Yeah.
The ending of the Infinity War saga, starting in January. And our last movie was today.
And next year we will have shorter things.
Yeah.
We're not going to be doing a year-long
No, we're not.
long run.
We're going into phase 3? 2? Phase 2?
I'd call it phase 3 because we did Star Wars.
Yeah, okay. So
And
we're
the
going into
Infinity.
phase 3. Yeah, phase 3 next year is not going to be
Yep.
a long drawn out. It'll be shorter.
Yeah. So basically what we're doing next year is we're doing monthly ones instead of doing year-long ones. So the month of January, we will be concentrating on movies that came out from 2010 to 2020. February from 2000 to 2010.
Mm-hmm. And then what? 95 to 90 to 2000 or 95 to 2000?
No, we're doing
90
decade 10. We're doing tens.
Oh, that's right. So then 1990 to 2000.
Yep.
Then
And so on and so forth. Yeah, we're just going to do that for about 5 months. So that way we have we can check out all different movies from one decade. We're going to be doing reviews and watch-alongs. If you guys have any ideas for some, please give us a shout-out. And then we're also going to be doing some other movies and after the mid-year, like month-long. I think we're doing a James Bond run, which I definitely know is going to be a...
hold on. I think I have.
Well, I don't need to break it down all. I'm just letting folks know, it's going to be a little different.
Yeah, we got some good stuff. I don't want to give it away. It's good.
But just expect in January you will be seeing that.
Yeah, I'm not sure what movie yet we haven't discussed.
Yeah.
But it'll be fun.
And now the other connection to Star Wars movies for the Undiscovered Country, as this movie is ending, you're going to see the main Avengers ones and with their signature right there, and that was actually taken from Star Wars Undiscovered Country. How the main cast, it was their name, and then you would see their signature at the end of the movie. So another link to a Star Wars or Star Trek movie.
Star Trek. Yeah, you're crossing streams here, dude.
I know I do that every once in a while.
It's okay. Winston Duke was in this movie? When was Winston Duke in this movie? Who did Winston Duke play?
I don't know. Who is Winston Duke?
Winston Duke was in Predator. He was the African-American guy. Anytime. Well, he was like shaving his face.
Oh, I think he was part of... I think he was doing the flashbacks of the Avengers, the first Avengers.
Huh. Okay. I didn't notice that Winston Duke was there. Yeah, this is totally Star Trek.
Oh, no, I think you're thinking of another person. No, Winston Duke is the one that they're talking about in here is the one that plays Umbuka or Umbuku. That's the Winston Duke.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the one they're talking about.
Manny. All right, you're right. Okay.
Yeah.
These are the OG Avengers, man. I think the only one you're going to see going forward is Mr. Hemsworth himself.
Yeah, right now, yeah.
Pretty much, because, that's it. The rest of them are gone.
Yeah.
2 are dead. Well, you'll see Ruffalo, I guess.
Yeah, with the
She-Hulk.
She-Hulk one. All right, guys. Well, that was the Avengers. Make sure you guys do check us out. At the bottom of the screen, you can see you can reach us at podpage.com. Heroes Asylum Midnight Movies. There you can find all the links to all the episodes that are out there, as well as the links to iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, all the podcast listening locations that we're at, so you can hear this version audio-wise. We're also now on Facebook and now on YouTube, so you guys make sure you guys check us out there. As again, when we do the shows, I know at least for the Heroes Asylum, you'll be able to find us there. And then, of course, you can find us with the social media networks. And where are those at?
Twitter at the Heroes Asylum _podcast page and Twitter, and Instagram at the Heroes Asylum. Guys, thank you for your support and everything throughout the entire year. We love doing this, and we look forward to a better and brighter 2021, hopefully for everybody. And as always, from Mike to me to you to everyone else, get to the asylum.
Peace.